Hello everyone! Sorry, I'm just trying to set up my camera so that it can show. So I've just done a whole bunch of live stuff just then, and I had my camera on selfie mode so I could see what I was doing. And someone just popped on and told me that you guys couldn't read what I was writing because it actually comes up backwards on selfie mode, so I'm so sorry. There we go, newbie live streaming. But what I want to talk about today is email marketing. So, do you use email marketing in your restaurant or your hospitality business? And if you do, are you happy with how you use it, or do you feel like you have no idea what you're doing? Because if that's the case, I totally get it. I know exactly how you feel. When I first started doing email marketing for our business quite some years ago now, it was very haphazard. It's still, we would send out emails randomly. It might be once a week, or it might be once a month. It would be the same email would go to everyone. And I thought, this is great. Now I'm starting email marketing. We'll make all this money. You can make $1 per person per month off your list. Woo! And I would write out emails about all the cool things we were doing, and no one would click. And, it's a combination of things. But if you're not being consistent in your email marketing, if you're not writing very well and you're not writing engaging copy, then you're going to find it really hard. So I get it. But email marketing can be fantastic, especially for hospitality businesses. It is such an underutilized, area of marketing. I wrote this blog post about a couple of years ago on database marketing for restaurants. Now, that in itself sounds really boring, but database is the same thing as email marketing. And it is like the highest performing blog post I've ever written. I get so much traffic on that post still on our website. So I guess it just shows, it's just indicative that there's a lot of people out there in hospitality struggling with this area, but they realise that it's really important. So what I want to go through today is just a quick, overview of how you can create a really awesome, really automated email marketing system. So this is so awesome because once you've done it, it's done. So I'll explain that as we go through, but while you do have to be regular and put new stuff out, there is a system that you can put in that underpins your marketing, that underpins your list building, that will build your leads, generate customers, and engage with your customers, all on autopilot. Okay, so the first thing we need to do email marketing is a list. And I know entrepreneurs everywhere talk about your list being your most important asset. And it definitely is. I know from my perspective, if I lost the list of our contacts and the clients that we've built up over 20 years, we would be, we would have the people that we've got now. But what about the people that we worked with last year that just needed a break, or that they're doing something new? It would really, it's worth so much. And I know this guy that wanted to sell his restaurant not so long ago. He'd built it up. He had a great sort of local base. And when he went to the real estate broker, he said, we've built up a really good name for ourselves. This is our turnover. And the guy was like, yeah, cool. And he goes, and I've got this database of, 50,000 people. And the real estate agent said, wait, what? He said, oh yeah, well I've, built up a database of 50,000 people. And he's like, whoa, that is so valuable. That will definitely, add on to the value of the business as we sell it. So, there's a couple of reasons to build your list. There's, resale value, but there's also marketing to it and generating customers and profits in the interim and on an ongoing basis. So, what we're talking about here is a list, building a list. I won't go into all of it, everything in detail at the moment. I'll just go over the basics, and then if you guys are interested and it makes sense and you want to know more, let me know. But what we're basically doing is we're using a couple of different methods. 2 methods really is all we need to worry about at this stage of gathering information from your customers. One is in person, and that is so if we're looking at your business, it might be at the point of sale. It might be a business card drop. Often hospitality businesses use that, and that is really effective. Or it might be, I've also seen businesses do a thing where they, when they bring the account to the table, if they do table service, there's a little survey in there, and also if you'd like to stay in touch, bring us, share your email with us. So, is card drop, taking a survey with the staff, or just a self-service area. So like a little area, like sign-up sheet or something where people can add. A great way to increase this is to incentivize. So you'll notice, like when you do a business card drop, that you might be offering like a free meal per month this month, or you might say you could even do it for every single person. So if you join your list, you can have a free drink, or a free dessert at your next visit. But that can work really well. That'll really help you. The other way that we gather people's information, people's email address, is online. So within Facebook, you can do this, and you can integrate with an email provider where people can give you their list. Also, you can do it simply. You can have on your social media, join our list, and you can send them to a little page where they can subscribe. Also, you can use your website. So we're looking at social media and your website mostly. On your website, there'll be things like a pop-up, or it might just be you send people to just a page where all you want them to do is get their website, that's called a landing page. So again, it's a really great idea to incentivize people. You'll always get more emails that way. Great. So once we have, the whole purpose of those two is to get people's email address. So then once we have people's email address, we can talk to them about what we're doing. We can really forge a relationship with them moving forward, and we can do all of this automated, which is fantastic. So what I want to talk about today, there's a whole bunch, but I just want to talk about a few emails that you can set up within your business to work without you doing them all the time. So you can set up a system where every time someone does a certain action, they get sent a certain email without you doing it. So if you can imagine getting, just a few leads per week, like email follow-up, I don't know if you're like me, but I often forget to do follow-ups. Or I've got a huge long list of stuff that I need to follow up on. So how do we make this system easy for you guys? When someone joins your email list, they become first a subscriber. We don't call them a subscriber because it has a sort of a bad and negative, subscribe, join my list. People don't want to be on a list, but people do want to have a relationship with you. When people first subscribe, it's because they are enticed by something you've said and they want to learn more about you and decide whether to take that next step, and either to get to know you better or to buy something from you. So when they're a subscriber, what we want to do first is make a really great impression and really engage with them, and tell them about our story and about their story, and meet them on their own ground. So what we do is we send a welcome email. So that's the first type. When someone has taken an additional action, so somebody has either made a booking, but they haven't been to your place yet, or they've made an inquiry, maybe about a function or something, what we want to send them is so that then they become a prospect, call it. And what we want to send to a prospect is what you call, it depends on what stage they're at, but you might have seen it if you've ever done online shopping. Like I do, I'm like, yes, I want that, tick, 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 and I always add to cart. and one of the reasons is because it saves my cart for me, so I don't have to save the items. But have you noticed how sometimes when you go in, I'm like, oh, I love that dress, I love that coat, I'll need that soon, love those shoes. So I put them all on my list, and then, but I get distracted, or I'm like, oh, I can't afford that at the moment. And I get an abandoned cart, and then the next day I'll get an email from the shop saying, oh, hi, I noticed you were looking at these items, are you still interested? So it's a really nice little prompt, and often there's a series of these, so they come in over sort of a week or two, and you can start with, oh no, are you still interested? Is there any other information you need? Maybe you've had some questions like this, and how about at the end, here's a limited time special offer. So you can call those, I guess, I won't call it abandoned cart because in hospitality it's not really, it's not like e-commerce, it's not the same, but let's call it a convince email. So what you're doing is really answering questions in advance and objections, and seeing if people are still interested. Next, hopefully they become a customer. So in between, I guess, prospecting customer, there's another opportunity to either before their visit to send a pre-visit or a pre-order email. And then we also want to send a post-visit email. So in the pre-visit email, you might have things like preparing them for their visit, so things to get excited about, how to get there, things like that, reminding them of the details of a booking. And then post-visit, you might follow up and ask how things were, ask for feedback. And the other really important thing about here is asking for referral or review. So I'm sure you will have noticed that, or you see, I guess Facebook, but TripAdvisor, Urban Spoon, those types of ratings, they can really impact on your business level. We won't go into them too much, but this is the sort of the section where if you want to build up your area, then you could ask people for a referral and review. Obviously, you want to have things working really well, and you want to ensure you are delivering a good service and a good experience before you ask, because you want the feedback to be positive. But that gives us, I guess, what's that? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 types of email there. And then here, when someone's been a customer for, I guess, a long time, or they were a customer, but you haven't seen them for a while, we call this one, actually, you know what? It's still a customer, but now we call it, it's a re-engagement. So re-engaging someone that was a customer of yours and has spent money with you, it's, I forget what the figure is, but it's like 4 times more expensive to attract a new customer than it is to, attract an existing customer. So really we want to be spending a lot of our time and effort on engaging our existing customers and getting them to maximise their spend and return more often. So if we're looking at re-engagement here, you might offer a special deal, like a recognition, a touching base type thing. And another one that works really well with that, and I'm sure you've got them. And look, a lot of clubs and stuff do it, and I urge you to do this, is a B-day, a birthday email. So all you need to do then is when you're gathering the details, gathering your customers' information, you ask them for their birthday and say, so we can send you a special present on your birthday. So most people will be pretty happy with that, and most people will give that information. I won't go into sort of the types and offers and that today, but hopefully that's given you an idea. So we've got what there? So we've got 7 emails there. That will be the same every single time you send them. So it doesn't matter who it is, these can all be the same. So you can do that by writing a template and sending it out. But you know what? The much better way to do is set up a system for it. I might save that for tomorrow because I've probably been talking at you enough. But hopefully this has given you a bit of an idea about how we can structure an email system for your hospitality business that helps draw in new customers and also helps convert prospects into customers and re-engage your current customers and reactivate them. So we can set up this whole system that we've talked about here to happen on autopilot without anyone physically doing anything, okay? And that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. So I'll leave that there. I hope you found it valuable. I feel like I've been talking at you and it's really hard. When I've got the camera face this way, I can't even see if you guys are engaging or if you liked it at all. But please let me know in the comments if email marketing is something that you'd like to either get better at in your hospitality business or implement in your hospitality business. I can show you how to do it like really cheaply or for nothing. So there's a lot of systems out there that are free for, up until sort of 2,000-ish people on your list, which is a great place to start. I'm really excited. I get really excited about email marketing and, well, not so much writing the emails, but setting up systems where you don't have to do it again. So, yeah, let me know if this is something you're interested in. I'm preparing some stuff at the moment. So, if you've ever heard of a swipe file, I'll talk about this tomorrow, but what I'm doing is a swipe file. So, please tell me if you've got to this point in the video, if you would be interested in getting for free a swipe file which had a welcome email, a convince email, a pre-visit email, a post-visit email, asking for a referral, a touching base email, and a birthday email that was pre-written for you, and all you had to do was copy it and put it in your email system. So if that's something that you like, please get in touch. I'd love to give you what I'm working on. And it's definitely, it's something that I'm working on as a little freebie for special clients. And since you guys may or may not be a client yet, but you're on in my special group, I'd definitely love to hear what you think first up. So thanks for tuning in or watching this later if you are. I hope it wasn't too rambly. Okay, see you tomorrow.